Hey there, Batman fans. This is Wesatron. Today we're taking a look at the Dark Knight Rises Movie Masters GCPD Blake, as they call him, which is John Blake, if I remember right, from the Dark Knight Rises Movie Master Collection by Mattel. I got this guy off of Amazon because he was in a busted package. They sold him to me a little cheaper than what most people are selling him, at least. I think I paid $22 or $25, something like that. He does come with his bat signal piece, which is, I think, the same piece that Gordon comes with, only intact instead of busted up. We looked at Gordon before, so we can kind of compare those since I'm not able to connect them yet. Basic packaging, same thing they've been doing with this whole line, except for the, complete destruction that occurred all over. This thing is jacked up, but, the figure's intact. Everything looks great, so let's get him open and see what he looks like. And here we have John Blake out of packaging, and as you can see, I've given him one of the Punisher's assault rifles because nothing says local security like an AK-47 or AKS or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this guy doesn't come with any kind of gun accessories, which is silly for two reasons. One, because he's a typically $16 action figure. And all it comes with is a Build-A-Figure piece, and he's a police officer, so he should come with a gun anyway. So that's a bummer. But two, and this is the big one for me, is on a personal note, you see his left hand is pretty normal looking. Or I'm sorry, his right hand. His left hand actually has a trigger finger. As a left-handed guy, I am so sad that I have a left-handed toy that doesn't come with anything to hold in his left hand. That makes me a sad panda. Anyway, as you can see, the likeness to Cobra Commander is pretty good here. It's kind of hard to tell in these lights, but he does have some kind of rosy variation on his cheeks here. I guess just to kind of break up the basic plastic look of the sculpt. Or of the plastic look of the plastic, yeah, that's what it looks like. So the paint helps quite a bit with that, but it is not going to work out great with the lighting here. He's also got a bit of it on his hands. You might be able to see that a little better. There's a little bit, let's see how it's kind of peach there and a little rosy on top. Like maybe he's been getting a little too friendly, switch hitting. Same over on this side. They did some nice new sculpting things with this figure. They used the same buck for the most part as the other suited figures that never there we go, focuses. But they gave him new jacketed arms, a new upper torso complete with his little turtleneck that if you look very closely, it may be kind of difficult to see, but it says GCPD up there on his turtleneck. So maybe if I can get him close here. And maybe you can kind of see that. Yeah, let me see if I can get a little closer. GCPD. Oh, come on, you had a camera. You can do it. There we go. So yeah, sorry if that was crazy unsteady, but I think that's a little cool feature that they didn't have to add. A new Gotham badge. The jacket's all new. They got the radio up here. Looks great. They painted his little insignia, or his, I don't know what level he is. I don't know what any symbols mean, but it looks cool. Kind of a neat puffy jacket look thing. I like it. The insignia here on his shoulder. If I can get that to focus, it'd be sweet. Alright, there we go. Gotham Police. What does that say? I can't even read it from there. That is so tiny. Gotham Police Department. That's cool. Yeah. So otherwise, pretty much same basic sculpt. Looks like I've got a little blemish there in the paint, but otherwise the paint looks pretty good across the figure. It does look kind of like a new belt, so it might be a new crotch area. I don't know. I just had Roz out, but now he's gone forever. Articulation, side to side a little bit, back not so much, down pretty good. Again, just like Roz, pretty good with the down. Great motion in the arms again. All the way around, swivel biceps, hinged elbows, go a little less than 90 degrees, which I'm attributing to the puffiness of the jacket. I did have a little bit of a stuck joint there, but it was just some paint, and that worked its way out. You got swivel wrists, which are a little hindered by the coat sleeves, but not too bad. The ab crunch is good. You know, it's probably not going to be... This jacket seems a lot lighter than a lot of the things we've been getting. As you can see, it's really pliable, so I don't think his hinge is going to be hindered as much as others, but it's not the best hinge in the world anyway. There's a little better shot of his new shirt. The only weird thing about the shirt is these buttons are raised like really far out, like they're huge, freakishly huge buttons, and they're even bigger than the smaller buttons. They're bigger than the smaller buttons on his abdomen there, on his little belly, which is kind of weird. It's got like huge, like, I don't know, monster buttons there, but whatever. The H-style hinges for hips that are okay, I guess, except that they look really, really awkward if you want him to move out at all. Like, looks like his leg's deformed there. Swivel thighs, knee about 90, and the same ankle as Roz that we looked at before. It's not got a lot of range of motion, but enough to kind of, you know, get him in some decent poses. So yeah, that's John. He did come with the dropping cameras up in this piece. Oh, there's all my lights. Neat. He came with the Build-A-Figure piece, which I was right is the exact same as the Gordon piece, only not busted. And as you can see, is also a magnifying glass, which is cool because it means when that LED kind of shines through there, it's going to really like amplify that stuff onto your wall or wherever it is you're going to shine it. So that's pretty cool. I dig that. That's a really neat touch, and it's cool. I mean, you can feel this when you pick it up. This is a heavy piece. I mean, you can feel how heavy the lens is just by picking these two up, because this is very, very light, and this is pretty heavy. So I'm excited to put this all together once I finally get Alfred, which hopefully won't be too long from now. I'm keeping an eye out. Hopefully get some new cases, especially when the Blu-ray comes out. But yeah, that's a quick look at John Blake. There's not much to say about him in terms of his sculpt, except that the head is a very good likeness to Joseph Gordon-Levitt, a.k.a. Cobra Commander. And the new jacket and arm pieces and the upper torso look great. They really do a lot to make him look a little more like a cop. And I could see if anybody just wanted like a generic police officer in their mix, he'd be a great fit. You could swap the head with any other figure in the 6-inch range and he would look great. Or if you wanted like an EMT, you could probably fudge that in a little bit, or a fireman. You could probably do a lot with this figure in terms of customization, and I think that's cool. And a lot more, if you've seen the movie, there's a lot of other customizations you could do to this guy that could make him pretty cool too. So I'll leave that where it stands. John Blake looking pretty good. He should be retailing for about $16, which I think is about average for this. I do wish he came with a pistol of some type. I do have a few extra lying around, so I'm not going to begrudge him too much about that, except that Mattel should have included that. So anyway, thanks guys for watching. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Make sure you check out InfiniteHollywood.com for Newton Gimmicks, the end of the month of Mega Month. So check out what he's doing over there, and we appreciate it, guys. Any questions, hit me up below or hit Newt up over at Infinite Hollywood. Thanks. Have a great one. Bye.